Coming up on Hashtag That, we tag along with the Student Programming Board and their recent trip to Boston.
We taste test New Jersey bagels to see if they really do live up to the hype and have themed discussions on technology in recognition of National Techie Day.
We are your source for Quinnipiac's entertainment news. Welcome to Hashtag That. I'm Carrie Golden.
And I'm Joel Vanner. Thanks for joining us. This past Wednesday, SPB hosted a Harry Potter night in Buckman Theater. They showed Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. They also had a display of fun Harry Potter gear. The display is still up in the library, so make sure to check it out. This past Saturday, the Student Programming Board, SPB, hosted a trip to Boston. Students had the opportunity to either attend a Red Sox game at Fenway Park or spend the day at Quincy Market. The trip was sold out on the first day of ticket sales.
Last week, the Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship hosted Coffee with an Entrepreneur. At this event, students could meet with innovators, business owners, and operators from the greater New Haven. This week, the guest speaker was Mark DeFrancesco, the principal of Blueprint Benefits. DeFrancesco's company specializes in providing companies seamless solutions with benefits in health, dental, life, and disability needs. Events like these are free to all students, and the next one will be on October 18th. Well, it's the beginning of the end for seniors, and by that I mean it's time for senior pictures. This past week, seniors have been going to the Student Center to take their senior photos. Let's see what some of the QU seniors have to say.
I'm really sad to be a senior. I still feel like a freshman. It went by super quick, but I'm excited to graduate and advance in my studies.
It's weird that 4 years ago I graduated high school and now I'm already graduating college.
Pretty crazy, not gonna lie. Wasn't really expecting to put on a cap and gown this early in the senior year.
You got to see yourself in your cap and gown before you actually walk down. So it was cool. I saw myself and I was like, oh my god, I'm so sad. I literally told the photographer that I was sad.
I feel like an hour because I had to shower and I had to do my hair and do my makeup.
It took me my normal how I get ready. It takes me longer to curl my hair, so probably took me 30 minutes to do my hair and then 30 minutes to my makeup. So probably an hour.
I guess you gotta start looking forward to the future, so it's really not that bad. It's kind of a reality check.
I don't know, I'm excited to look at what they look like, I guess. I love pictures.
Handprints for Sunshine is an organization on campus working to fight childhood cancer. The organization will allow students to volunteer at children's hospitals, social service institutions, and elementary schools dressed as different characters. This is to help brighten the day of the children, making them sunshine makers. We talked to President Gabrielle Izzo about their organization.
We dress up as characters and visit them, kind of just bring a smile to their face and get their mind off of whatever they're going through.
This past Saturday, the management team for Q-Thon 2018 traveled to Boston Children's Hospital for the Northeast Dance Marathon collaboration. The University of Connecticut Wesleyan University, University of New Haven, Central Connecticut State University, and Trinity College also sent members of their team to join. Ideas for Child Health Day, which was yesterday, October 2nd, were brainstormed, along with ideas for schools attending who were holding their first marathon. Well, Carrie, Q-Thon's going into its 7th year, its 7th marathon.
I know. I honestly love Q-Thon. I think it's such a great thing. I know that we have Q-Thon, UConn as Husky-Thon. I think just all together, it's a great organization. And last year as a freshman, it was my first time doing it. And I honestly thought it was one of the best things that we did here at Quinnipiac.
For those of you out there who maybe don't know what Q-Thon is, as someone who is part of the management team, I know that we're working behind the scenes to really get out, what is Q-Thon? Why are you raising this money? How does this money directly go to Connecticut Children's Medical Center? And what is the importance of attending Q-Thon, which this year is actually February 2018, which is a month earlier than it usually is. It's usually in March.
Wow. So we'll have to definitely start prepping for that. We will probably live stream it again here at Q30. My mom watched the whole thing last year. She loved it.
Yeah.
So, well, anyways, there's news you typically hear on TV, and then there's weird news that's not talked about as much. Chris Stacey is here to talk about that. Chris?
Thanks, Joel and Carrie. It's time to get weird, so let's go over some weird news of the week. Let's start off with Longhorn Steakhouse. A Virginia woman walked into the establishment looking forward to a nice juicy steak. Instead, there was a venomous snake there looking for a bite to eat as well. For that snake, that bite to eat turned out to be that woman's foot. She said it felt like a bee sting at first, but then she reached down to her foot, Long behold, there was a snake biting into her foot. Imagine that. Worst part of the story, she didn't even get to eat her steak. Tragic. On to the next one. We're going to send it up to Canada for this one, where a Canadian model got a crazy eye tattoo. But wait, it gets better. The person who gave her that tattoo happened to be her ex-boyfriend. That just makes me wonder what is happening up north. She could lose all her vision in that eye if you thought things could get worse. Her eye swelled shut and is awaiting surgery to remove the purple ink from her eye. Poor choice of tattoo along with a poor choice of color along with a poor choice of relationship. And last but certainly not least, a boy in Argentina swallowed a dog toy and cannot stop squeaking. Yes, you heard that right. Whenever the boy inhales, he squeaks. Absolutely insane. I watched the video and could not help but laugh. If you look at the boy, you have to feel for him because he looks so upset. Imagine every time you breathed and you squeaked. I bet you wouldn't be able to keep a straight face like this kid. That's all I got for Weird News today. Till next time, stay weird, Quinnipiac. Back to the desk.
When we come back, Colin Ronan will give you your entertainment news update. Plus, Joel and I will be playing Mean Girls Trivia, so don't go anywhere.
Coming up on #that, we talk about some fun events around Quinnipiac's campus.
And we talk about some weird news that's been discussed around Twitter.
All that and more, we are your source for Quinnipiac's entertainment news.
Whether you're on the quad,
In your room,
Or heading to class.
tune in to Q30 News.
For stories by student journalists you can trust.
we are covering the latest here on campus and in surrounding areas.
Get the news you need to know every Wednesday night.
Bobcat Breakdown, presented by the Quinnipiac Bobcats Sports Network.
We are your source for debate.
Did they make the playoffs last year, Tom Jenkins?
When it clicks, it clicks.
We dissect Quinnipiac athletics on a scale you've never seen before.
With Tobia, it almost looks like she's reaching a little bit.
Plus, we bring in the biggest names surrounding college sports.
We are live here at the Times Union Center with Jay Billis.
And of course, some comedy.
But you can only have so much arena food.
I think you're crazy. Bobcat Breakdown.
Tuesdays at 9:30.
#that and WQAQ partnered up this week for a concert review. Joe DeRosa is here to tell us all about it. Joe?
Thank you very much, you guys. And for WQAQ, I'm Joe DeRosa. This past weekend, a few friends and I went down to College Street Music Hall to check out the Growlers. Now, this is a band I found out about in the beginning of the summer when I found one of their songs by accident on Spotify. Fast forward to right now, and I am absolutely hooked on their music, and I highly recommend them to anybody. I was a little curious, however. I mean, how is this band going to be live? I've heard other bands in the past, and some of them were just downright terrible, and I didn't want the Growlers to be the same way. Well, I could certainly say that after a couple of expensive Uber rides, this band was absolutely tremendous, and for so many reasons. Let's start with the lead singer, Brooks Nielsen. Brooks performed vocals perfectly and had the crowd singing along, and for good reason. He hit every single note and brought great energy to the stage. The rest of the band was also tremendous. They did several instrumental breakdowns, and everyone in the crowd had their jaws dropped for how great they were. It was a concert that I am going to remember for the rest of my life, and I certainly recommend checking them out in the near future. It was a night I'll never forget. And some more exciting news on our front, WQAQ is doing ticket giveaways in the future. We're giving away tickets to see bands like Best Coast, Phoenix, and the Silver Sun Pickups in the coming weeks, so stay tuned for that. If you want to hear more about it, just check out our link at WQAQ.com, hear our social media, or tune into some of our broadcasts as people are giving tickets away. That's all I got for you right now. For WQAQ, I'm Joe DeRosa.
Thanks, Joe. Colin Ronan is here to tell us all things going on in the entertainment world. Colin?
Thanks, guys. It's certainly been a busy week in the entertainment world. So let's get this week's ENU started off with a decision by Disney that has fans very upset. It was announced this week that the beloved 1993 Halloween classic Hocus Pocus will be getting remade. Although fans have been calling for a new continuation of the first film for quite some time, the remake will feature a modern twist, including an entirely new cast. And that decision isn't sitting well with those who enjoyed the original. Hocus Pocus has gradually become a cult classic in the 24 years since it initially hit the big screen, and while Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathy Najimy, the stars of the original, all expressed interest in coming back, Disney still decided to go in a different direction. There's no word yet on who will be part of the new cast or when the new film is set to air. In a bit of scary news this week, rock icon Marilyn Manson was struck by his own stage scenery at a show in the Hammerstein Ballroom on Saturday. The 48-year-old singer was performing one of his biggest hits, Sweet Dreams, before he attempted to climb two large guns held together by metal scaffolding that eventually collapsed on top of him. The extent of his injuries are still unknown, but Manson has canceled his upcoming 9 tour dates that were set to promote his 10th album, Heaven Upside Down, which is due to be released on Friday. Sticking to the topic of music, American Idol has announced Lionel Richie will be the newest judge of their updated format. Slated to join the table with the likes of Katy Perry and Luke Bryan, Richie will bring vast experience to the table, as well as 5 Grammys in a career that has spanned well over 30 years. The shooting of the first round auditions began today, and the cast will make their first full appearance together in promotion for the show on Wednesday. Well, that's all I have for you guys this week, but before I go, it's October 3rd, and you know what that means. It's Mean Girls Day. Because of that, I'm here to quiz you both on your knowledge of the Mean Girls. Are you guys ready?
Yeah, come in a little closer, Cole.
It's good to be here, guys. All right, so your first question. What is the answer to the question that Katie answers to win the Mathlympics?
Oh, don't look at my board, Joel.
I'll be honest, I don't know this answer.
I haven't seen this movie in a while.
Give it an educated guess, Joel.
An educated jet.
Yeah.
I can't even
That's
say
what I was going
Educated
for.
Joel.
Okay.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, let's see your answers.
The limit does not exist.
Carrie did get it. Joel.
2 + 2 = 4 by Joel.
Yeah, Joel,
Did we
you're
watch the same movie?
A little far off there. All right. You guys ready for the second question?
Yeah.
Carrie's got the 1-0 lead early. How many times does Gretchen say fetch in the film?
Counting?
Yes.
Counting.
I don't do math.
Can I guess and you can tell me if it's...
Yeah, you get one guess. You get one guess.
You get one guess.
We don't play
Joel.
favorites here, Joel.
I'm Joel's favorite, though. That's why. He wants me to win. I'm going to say this number.
Final guess is in?
Yep.
Yep.
Let me see it.
I said 12.
Ooh, you're both off. It was 3. She said it
What?
3.
No, she
How
definitely...
did I guess
She
97?
said it 3
Oh,
times.
that's definitely very wrong, Joel.
All right. You guys ready for the next question?
Yeah.
So what color do the plastics wear on Wednesday?
Yes. Oh, gosh.
Wait, if I am getting this question wrong, I'm going to be like...
Well, let's see it. Let's
You're
see it,
getting
Joel.
kicked out.
All right, you're both correct. Unfortunately, that was
Yeah.
our last question.
Wait,
and
so does
Carrie,
that mean we're plastic?
Yeah, we are part of
No,
the
it's
plastic.
Tuesday. It's
Yeah.
Tuesday. I got you.
Oh, yeah. No, tomorrow. I'll have to wear, pink for the newscast tomorrow then.
So Carrie, congratulations on your big win.
Thank you. Thanks for joining us, Cullen. So today, the Starbucks on the Mount Carmel campus finally opened. Students wrapped around above the piazza, waiting in line to get their hands on their favorite Starbucks drink. I wasn't gonna wait in line today since it was so long, but I am really excited, Joel, to try some of the new drinks. I'm not really a Starbucks kind of person.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I appreciate the Starbucks on main campus now. I think it's good that we're getting some sort of name brand, if you will, variety that we get to choose from. But unfortunately, it came the same year that I have a commuter meal plan and know that my visits will be sorely limited. Do they accept Starbucks like cards? Are they one of those?
I don't know. I hope they take gift cards because, I have some, and I don't really want to use my meal plan.
Right.
I don't want to waste $7 for, a drink. But
Right.
I mean, who knows? We'll see. We'll see if they're any good. But
Well, speaking of $7 drinks, these bagels, Alex Taglieri, went home to New Jersey this weekend and brought back their famous bagels, which probably go for $7 too.
Probably.
Members of Q30 taste tested these bagels, and let's see what they thought. So I came to this fully expecting to find love today, and looking in front of me, I am thinking that's going to be exactly what's going to happen today.
I'm scared.
I'm scared. We're both Jewish, love bagels, so who else to look for? I mean, we're the experts.
Exactly. Happy New Year. Let's get it started.
This is a Flamin' Hot Cheetos, which I avoid completely in the Cheeto form, and regular cream cheese, which is good, something I can expect how it's going to taste.
1, 2, 3.
The bagel does taste pretty good too. Not too spicy though. Might be neutralized by the cream cheese, but I didn't get the kick that I was expecting.
You don't even like taste the hot Cheeto.
That wasn't that bad.
It was like,
It doesn't taste like
it
anything.
tastes like aerated, like
Yeah.
Play-Doh.
It just tastes like a really fake bagel.
It is fake. I mean, look at the color.
I taste like chemicals that are like, it kind of tastes like Pop Rocks.
Okay,
This is
well,
the one I am most excited for.
I'm not. Okay, so this
I
is
love
Dorito
Doritos.
with Cool Ranch.
That's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
Should we? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
That was disgusting.
Oh my God. You know, can't say I'm a fan.
It's an explosion of flavor in your mouth. It's great, actually. 5 of 5 would recommend.
I don't know how Joel hated this. I'll keep eating this after this take. Don't worry.
Now what we've all been waiting for, Oreo, my favorite flavor of literally anything.
Sounds really good. If you want dessert for breakfast, it's the way to go.
That's a pretty fire bagel. Yeah, that's a 5 of 5. I'm a big Oreos guy, cookies and cream, and that, yeah.
This is so good, Brooke. I love this.
That's a party in my mouth.
Yeah. Yeah, we just took a ride into Flavor Town.
Oh, yeah,
That was
absolutely.
good. That was good.
I don't know if there's much of an outro to give, but I'm Sean Raggio, and these are some pretty awesome bagels.
You know, Carrie, after taste testing those bagels, giving my opinions, I am still firm in the fact that the Oreo bagel was the best bagel out of all of those 4.
I've honestly never had a New Jersey bagel, but you know, Joel, I trust you. If I ever go to New Jersey, I'll try the Oreo bagel for you.
And you'll take me with you is what you should have said.
No, we'll see.
After the break, we will debate about some of the most recent pieces of technology. Don't go anywhere.
Whether you're on the quad,
In your room.
Or heading to class.
tune in to Q30 News.
For stories by student journalists you can trust.
We are covering the latest here on campus and in surrounding areas.
Get the news you need to know every Wednesday night.
Good morning and welcome to the morning after. Coming up on #that, we talk about some fun events around Quinnipiac's campus.
And we talk about some weird news that's been discussed around Twitter.
All that and more, we are your source for Quinnipiac's entertainment news.
With all the new tech updates, there's so many new gadgets to choose from. Samantha Morales is here with all the latest updates. Samantha?
Hi, I'm Samantha Morales, and I'm here with the latest tech news update. The new iPhone X has been buzzing for the past few weeks, and here's what you need to know about this new phone. Apple announced on September 12th that the phone can be ordered on October 27th. It will feature an all-glass design with 5.8 inches Super Retina display. The 11 Bionic chip with neutral engine, QI wireless charging, and an improved rear camera with dual optical image stabilization, iPhone X delivers a new way for customers to authenticate and pay using Face ID, enabled by new True Depth camera. iPhone X will be in stores beginning Friday, November 3rd. With the release of the new iPhone X also comes with the release of the new iOS 11 update. The iOS launched on Tuesday, September 19th, exactly 1 week after the iPhone 8 and iPhone X launch event. The iOS features Animoji, which combines emojis with animations. Animoji can actually track the muscles in your face to animate the emoji. Face ID and home button replacing gestures swiping will also be an iPhone X only feature. Face ID replaces the Touch ID as a biometric sensor, and it's going to take time for people to learn how iOS 11 replaces the home button on the new iPhone. Portrait lighting is also available on iPhone 8 and 8 Plus. It uses the dual lens sensing camera and machine learning to simulate a range of lighting effects like contour light, natural light, stage light, and tons of other effects. On September 27th, Twitter announced that it will be doubling the original 140 character limit of tweets to 280 characters. According to the Twitter blog, they have been receiving millions of tweets from users begging Twitter to change the amount of characters, and so they did. The company also said, quote, "Although we feel confident about our data and the positive impact the change will have, we want to try it out with a small group of people before we make a decision to launch everyone," end quote. Hopefully, once this is available to everyone, people will finally be able to tweet freely without having to worry about any type of strict character limit. That's all I have for Tech News Update. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Sam. Sticking with tech news, let's go right into debates. On September 22nd, Apple released the iPhone 8 and iPhone 8 Plus. The 8 features a 4.7-inch screen, while the 8 Plus has a 5.5-inch screen. Both phones sport a faster processor, an all-glass body, an upgraded camera, and wireless charging. Apple also announced the iPhone 10, not iPhone X, the iPhone 10. The iPhone 10 has a 5.8-inch screen, and it's all screen with no home button, Face ID, animated emojis called Animojis, and as I mentioned before, no home button. The iPhone 10 is different from what we've seen before. Carrie, your thoughts?
Personally, Joel, I think it's kind of ridiculous that there's, more iPhones. I don't really see what's wrong with the ones we have now. I use my phone, call my mom, send some text messages, send my Snapchats. I don't really need much more than that. And there's a glass screen, right?
It's a glass, but the whole entire phone is glass.
See, that stresses me out because if the screen cracks, then what do? I had an incident after prom. My phone fell face down on the hallway floor. The whole thing shattered. So I was texting my mom and my dad by clicking the home button and talking to Siri. Like, what happens?
I don't know.
I don't know either. So it seems like everyone has one or the other. You either have a Fitbit or you have an Apple Watch. A Fitbit looks like a watch and it can track your steps, calories burned, sleep, and flights of stairs. An Apple Watch can do almost all those things, but through an Apple Watch, you can use the internet, receive text messages, and answer phone calls. So Joel, which would you prefer?
Well, I have a smartwatch on right now, so my answer is obvious. I prefer the smartwatch. I think it can play the role of a Fitbit, right? So there are so many apps for a smartwatch that can link right to your Apple Health. There's an app that pretty much replicates the Fitbit right on your smartwatch. And there's also an app that I can control the thermostat in my house right from my watch.
That's a little excessive.
Hard to beat. No, it's hard to beat.
Okay, Joel, okay.
With 2.2 million apps available on Apple's App Store and 3.3 million apps available on Google's Play Store for Androids, there are more than enough possibilities for the apps you can have on your phone. $36.2 billion were made globally on app sales in 2016, and it is projected there will be $71.7 billion in 2020. Ads, premium upgrades, and extra lives in Candy Crush, remember that? Contributed to this amount. Carrie, what's your favorite app?
I'm a Snapchat kind of person. I like it just because like you can talk to someone, but you can also see their face. I actually personally like it because usually in the mornings I get Snapchats of my cats. So it's like nice to see them. They're so cute. Like I miss them. You know what I'm saying?
I don't, Carrie, I must seem kind of boring compared to you. My favorite app is an app that automatically invests my spare change in the stock market for me.
Boring.
I know, but like, you gotta grow up someday.
Oh boy.
The PE is an annual tradition for many people dating back 100 years. Q30 members went this past weekend. Let's see how their trip was with this week's Snapchat That. It is. It's called Acorns. And I have...
Well, we discussed some of our thoughts on modern technology. Let's see what some of Q30 members had to say about their favorite piece of technology from their childhood in this week's selfie video.
Hey, what's up, hashtag it's Kayla, and my favorite gadget as a kid was my Nintendo DS, and by far my favorite game was Nintendogs.
So my favorite gadget when I was younger was definitely my Game Boy. I got it when I was 6 years old. It was my first birthday present that I could remember. My favorite game on it, gotta be Power Rangers. Had like 3 different games for just dedicated to Power Rangers, so definitely Game Boy.
Hey, hashtag, I'm Paige. My favorite gadget when I was a kid was definitely Nintendo DS. I was a big fan of Nintendogs.
Hi, hashtag, my favorite gadget from when I was little was the Hit Clip, where you could take music that you liked and plug it in. My favorite was Britney Spears' Hit Me Baby One More Time.
So my name is Jonathan Banks. This is really awkward. This is my first selfie video, and I feel like I'm not even looking in the right direction, but here we go. So my favorite gadget as a child, I would say, is definitely the Nintendo GameCube. Just growing up with my 2 brothers, I would play it all the time. I'd play all the Mario games on it. And even last year, my soccer team in high school, we would play Super Mario Strikers to get us pumped before pregame, so I would say GameCube is definitely my favorite childhood gadget.
My favorite gadget growing up was my Nintendo DS. I loved playing Nintendogs and Animal Crossing.
What's up, hashtag it's Brooke. I think my favorite gadget from when I was a little kid was the Tamagotchi, because we used to bring them to school with us in elementary school, and we played them with our friends at lunch in the cafeteria, and there was I think there was a way that they combined together into one of the little device thingies, and you could make them friends on there, so I remember that being pretty cool.
Hi guys, it's Alex, and my favorite gadget from when I was a kid was definitely my DS. I was on that all the time with my friends. We used to do the chat together, and we would play Mario Kart against each other, and Mario Party, and Nintendogs, and honestly, I kind of miss it.
Just very quickly, Carrie, my favorite piece of technology from my childhood is a Hit Clip. And an iPhone without the headphone jack is like a modern day Hit Clip because nobody has those headphones that plug in without the thing.
Okay, well thanks for sharing, Joel. And that's all the time we have this week on hashtag that. Be sure to check out our website for more of our episodes on Q30television.com.
Until next time, I'm Joel Vanner.
And I'm Carrie Golden. Good night.